It's 2024 and Rage is pretty much dead. It's holding on by the thinnest possible thread. I gotta do what I gotta do. We need to drop a Rage tutorial to bring back a little bit more life to Rage. So first of all, it's so easy. You don't even need to change from the default BPM. 140 is pretty standard for Rage. All you need for instruments is either Serum or Vital. Some stock presets work as well. I need to find like a chord sound that I like. A very synthy, powerful chord sound. But pretty much, for Rage, it's super common to have like a 167 or 176 type of progression. I don't really want to be in D sharp. That feels a little too basic. You know what? Let's go to C sharp. That's also basic. So we want to start with like these smaller, like this is a 7th chord. We want to start with the smaller chord. So I just want to copy this whole thing over, pitch shift it down to the 6th. What am I going to go to next? Maybe the 5. And then up to the 7 maybe. But because we have this little diminished chord in our 7th, we don't like that. So what I recommend you do is, like, we got these thick, juicy chords. You gotta make them thicker, right? You gotta fatten them up, feed them some more. With Rage, it's crazy important to layer your chords, at least in my opinion, because you can get these really like nice sounds. Like this is a great ambient sound. I want to use that, but I want to layer it with an actual chord sound that I'm going to shorten. I don't need all of this. All right, so super important for Rage, EQing a lot of the shitty frequencies. You hear like this terrible like high pitch hissing sound. Don't leave that in. I'm gonna throw some reverb on this too. Now the juicy chords. We just don't want all this low end because it will clash with an 808. We got the chords, the thick chords. What else does Rage have? It has leads, and these leads are typically just kind of held for longer periods of time. But what you want to do for your lead, pick a chord note, like right here, the 5th. I like to use like the empty space that I have for just adding in other notes. Ooh, yeah, just find some notes you like. So once you have like the first melodic phrase for the first chord you have, copy it over. It's gonna sound really dumb. Change the notes around to now fit this other chord because you want to repeat this melodic structure. And just rinse and repeat. Like that's all you need to do. Now the reason I'm ending on the 7th here is because this is also the 7th chord. 7th goes really nicely back into the 1, so this is gonna loop pretty well. Now you got like your nostalgic sounding melody. I feel like my lead is missing some high end to it, not after I've pitched it up, but I like it down here a bit better for this sound. I want to layer it. That's powerful right there, yo. Ooh! Yo, and just like that, you've already made a Rage melody. And the drums are pretty easy too. Like one of the most popular things you'll see with the drums is you've got like this initial like 2-step going on here. You'll always see someone throwing a note right here. Other than that, like first roll, the rest of it is kind of just arbitrary, to be honest with you. Find like a few pockets, just sprinkle a roll in here and there. You don't need to get crazy with it. Cool trick for your claps, snares, whatever. Just pitch them down a little bit if you want them to sound darker. It's really important for your melody too that you make sure you don't have any low end that could clash with your 808. So I like to just kind of have an EQ on my whole melody, and I cut around here-ish. 808, I'm gonna use this Caustic 808 from my Overgloom Trap bundle. I feel like it's a pretty hard hitting 808, so I'm just gonna boost it, turn on the clip because I want to add some saturation to it, and I'm also gonna turn the EQ knob up to about 50, so it's just kind of hitting a little harder, and I'm gonna shorten it too because I don't want it to be playing for a long period of time. Now for the drums, like the 808, find your pockets, but it's gonna be following like this basic kind of pattern. I got this 4-bar pattern. I'm gonna copy it over. I'm gonna keep most of it the same. I go down to the 5 and then I go up to the 7. Yeah, 808, pretty straightforward. We need an open hat. For the drums too, just throw the open hat on the second beat, all you have to do. This next part is crucial. You're gonna want to find a snare. Now with your snare, you're gonna want to accent the spaces that your 808 is not really occupying. So like right around here, I've got some room to wiggle. Now arrangement wise, because we have everything layered, like we have the lead layered, we have the chords layered, we can play around with these layers, cutting some parts in, cutting some parts out, and it makes for a good intro too. I'll throw like a transition on it or something.
Why, shut your dumb ass up.